Hey guys, this is Super Genius here. I'm here today to help you with a problem with the changing blades on a Quake Edger. Now, this is a fine edger. As you can see, when you edge with it for a while, you're going to need to change the blade. Now, I've already pulled off this drive belt guard. And what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to change, and I've already removed this blade, this worn out blade, with a new blade. The problem is you have to unscrew this nut in order to get the blade off and to put the new one on, and to torque it down to the proper amount of tightness so that the edger is usable. Now, this whole lube shaft in here turns whenever you try to loosen this nut to get this blade off of. So normally what you'd have to do is remove this belt guard, and you'd have to stick a hex wrench in the end here, and you would need to hold that wrench while you loosen this nut. Now, my tip for you today is what I'm going to do to keep from having to remove this guard all the time, because I do a lot of edging, is what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a hole in this guard right about there in order to be able to stick a hex wrench through that hole into this pulley to hold it from outside of this guard, and then you'll be able to turn it loose without having to remove this guard. Now, what I've done is I've taken a piece of wooden dowel and I've kind of whittled the end so it would fit into where the hex wrench would go to hold the pulley, so that I can mark the location on this shroud when I put it up into the position that it needs to go into when it's mounted. And as you can see, what that'll do is it'll put a mark inside there for me and tell me where to drill my hole. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a little trick. I've just got some cheap art and craft paint here, a little acrylic paint in a container. I'm going to dip some of that in a good contrasting color to this guard, probably a yellow, and then I'll put it right on the end of this dowel that I've cut off, so that when this goes up into position, it will leave the painted mark on the inside of this, showing me exactly where I need to drill the hole in order to be able to access this with a hex wrench. So hang on, and I'll show you what that looks like in a minute.